It's been a decade since I featured this in a video called 100-watt LED Fixture, I believe. It appeared on HillOrStream channel. I don't think I even had my electronics channel back then. I'm not really sure where I'll put this. If this is worthy of my electronics channel or if I should just keep it on my home channel. At any rate, this unit worked for about 4 years. The big problem was the element in this one. Right off the bat, I noticed one line was out. I don't know if it was out when I first got it or not, but I lent it around a little bit, so it did travel a little bit. And when it came back, I don't know if that really, has anything to do with it. But when it got back, one row of LEDs was out. And since these are switching power supplies, the output current, it's a constant current supply. So if you lose a line of your draw, it's going to try to raise the voltage and try to increase the current through all the other lines. There's maybe 10 lines of, I don't know how many LEDs. So anyway, it would burn it hotter. It did survive about 4 years. I did know what was happening, but at that point, just let it ride. I might fix this fixture actually. I've got a pile of these fixtures, mostly 50 watters, that I've had really mixed results trying to fix. Either you buy the element and it's not a good match for the, even though it should be for the driver you have, or the drivers go bad and you try to get a new driver, half of them are junk. You never know if you're going to get a good one or not. This looks like a pretty good quality one actually. I might try to revive this with a new element. It wouldn't be that expensive. Anyway, at the time I paid $100 for the thing, and it was a pretty unique item. It was when 100-watt LEDs just came out. And it was bright as the sun, it's you couldn't really look at it, so whether the line was out or not, I really can't tell you when I first got it, or if it went out later on, after moving it around a little bit. So here we are, 10 years later, and quite a bit cheaper, $16. Supposed to be 100 watts. Quite a bit smaller unit. If it really is 100 watts, it's going to get quite warm, although it may be more efficient overall. And that's it. $16. And smaller. This one I'm probably going to use for kind of a utility light. I don't think I'm going to permanently install it on the ceiling in the garage. I might, but I'm kind of thinking I'll use this one for shooting and stuff, for extra fill and light, because it's pretty small and pretty bright. I think it's 119 volts now. Let's call it 120, and bam! I need sunglasses for this job. 0.65 amps, 78 volt amps, 73 watts. So yeah, not quite 100 watt. I can tell when I close my eyes, I can tell that all the LEDs are working. I see a full matrix in my afterburn. No rows are out. And there you go. Nice and hot and back, but not, about what you'd expect. I can keep my hand there barely. But the outside of the fixture is still cold. It's got a ways to go for the whole thing to get, at this temperature eventually, if it was burning long enough. The whole fixture would be this hot. Too hot to touch. But it's kind of engineered for that, I assume. I don't know if this would do well in my garage where it's quite warm in the summer. And the rafters there. Although, I live in a pretty cool climate. And power factor is right about 60. That's about a meter. It's really odd. I'm getting these bars when I film this light. I'm not sure if I'm getting EMI from the unit. I'm a good 6 feet away now. Or if it's modulated in the light somehow. That's really strange. I'm outside, so I've got some Unfortunately, it's not full daylight. It's It's light enough to make the daylight look dim. But like I said, it's not full daylight. It's about that bright. So yeah, she's bright. But there's that modulation in there, something. That is so strange. Even this far away. So yeah, if it's EMI, RFI, it's very strong. Because I'm a good distance away. I'm outside, away from everything. Cool. What does it mean? And I'm not sure whether you can call this COB or not. Chip on board. I'd have to open it up and dig my fingernail into that stuff, see if it's soft or hard. It seems like the cobs usually have a soft, luminescent rubber, whereas it's hard epoxy based on the other ones. I bet that would be soft in there if I dug in. I think it is a cob, basically. It's on a PC board. It's on a board. Interesting. How would you classify this, Charo? That's what it is. That's what it does.